people in Canada and obviously for many people in the rest of the world. We're very conscious of that. Having said that, Canadian education is world-class education, and the costs of education in Canada are actually usually less than they would be in the US or the UK, for example. So the Canadian education is good value for money. Now, that doesn't help a student from Bangladesh or some countries pay what are still high fees by any standard. So we have a scholarship program that supports all students. It's a generous scholarship program. The scholarships range from $500 to $12,000. And international students are eligible for almost all those scholarships. There are a few that are designated in Canada by the people who donated the money to be used for students from New Brunswick or students from Nova Scotia. But by and large, international students are eligible for all the scholarships. We also have some bursary assistance, and I don't want to pretend that it's huge amounts, but we have some bursary assistance available to entering students, including entering international students. Once students are at the university, there is bursary assistance for them as well, which is separate from the entrance bursary money. The fourth area of financial support is student jobs, and 900 out of 2,100, so 40% of our students have jobs on campus. And the Bangladeshi students that we have at Mount Allison now, a number of them are working part-time jobs on campus. Remember that the Canadian government has allowed students to work off campus the last few years, so students can work up to 20 hours off campus, and they can now qualify to hold summer jobs in Canada as well. So Mount Allison is very aware of the financial costs and wants to help as much as possible, and Canada is more aware too. So there is support. It's not going to cover all the costs, and unfortunately there are going to be international students, as there are Canadians, who are qualified to come to Canada academically, but who cannot afford to, unfortunately.
Okay, and what programs your university offer, especially for undergraduate students?
Sure. As you mentioned, we limit our offerings to undergrad because we want them to be the best in Canada. We also limit the number of programs to make sure they're all of the highest quality, and we don't compromise quality by offering too many programs. So we only offer 5 bachelor's programs. Those 5 are Bachelor of Commerce, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Music, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Arts, which includes social science courses like economics, international relations, and others.
Okay. And you already mentioned about part-time job. Would you please explain a little bit about part-time job opportunity for
Absolutely.
our students?
As I mentioned, 40% of our students receive money for work on campus. In first year, those jobs tend to be fairly routine and not very skilled jobs. So for instance, any international student can get work in the dining hall, working in the food lines or clearing up the dining hall, and they can do that from the beginning of their stay at the university. In second, third, and fourth year, the jobs that international students are eligible for become more interesting. For example, computing science students who have proved themselves in first year at the university can work in the computing services department, helping people with their problems with computers. People in the business faculty, the commerce faculty, can work in the finance office of the university. Or students can get jobs as lab instructors when they're in second and third year, helping first year students with the running of the first year student lab. So there are academically related jobs once you get into second, third, and fourth year.
Okay, and how do you provide value on Bangladesh?
I'm not sure what you mean. Do you mean why am I in Bangladesh recruiting Bangladeshi students?
How do you value about how do you think about Bangladesh?
Okay. I love coming here. I've had great experiences the 3 or 4 times that I've come here. I think the number one thing that I like about Bangladesh is the personality of the people. Certainly, the Bangladeshi students that we have on our campus are great people. They have great personalities, and they are caring, serious students, and yet fun personalities. And I find the same personalities in the people of Bangladesh. I also really like the food here. I like the attitude of Bangladesh to the rest of the world. I think that there's a great attitude towards the rest of the world. It's a peaceful, harmonious attitude, and I appreciate that. I must say that I find the traffic pretty trying sometimes. I'm not very well suited to the heat. At this time of year, it's okay, but I've been in here in July and August when I found it just very oppressively hot. So by and large, I really enjoy my experience in Bangladesh, but there are some challenges, obviously, to being here as well.
Okay. And do you have any advice on Bangladeshi students?
I've been impressed with the quality of students that I've seen in the last couple of days. In fact, the ones that I have seen in the last 2 days have been of better quality academically than I saw in my previous visits, and I'm very happy about that. We hope that the Bangladeshi students that come to us come with an interest in becoming involved in the multicultural community that we're trying to create. If they're coming expecting there to be many, many Bangladeshis and to speak Bangla all the time and to hang out with Bangladeshi people, they are coming to the wrong place. If they want a Canadian experience in a multicultural environment that's first rate academically, we're a great place for them. I know that it takes courage to leave your home country and go across to the other side of the world to study, but the benefits are enormous. And it's absolutely natural to have some apprehension as you're leaving your home country going to a new country. But I can assure you that Mount Allison in particular and our town are very welcoming to international students and will provide many supports to make their stay as enjoyable and as productive as possible.
Thank you, Dada. Thank you, Dada.
Charlie Hunter, we are very happy to see you here, and we appreciate your support here in Bangladesh, and we want many Canadian universities